Glanville studio. Good morning and welcome to the second edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today is Tuesday, April 28, 2020. We where they bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Eskamara na my name.
And Mina Khadija Bangura, good morning. Inside the program this Tuesday morning, the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Suarez, say school, hospital and district council them where they outside the phase 2 of the fiber cable they pass go get internet. Partnering to Serve Humanity Consortium don't give 6,010 kilo bag rest to the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education for support about 8,000 school picking them na 6 districts them na the country. And today inside the program, the Public Relations Officer for the Judiciary of Sierra Leone, Moses Kamara, go talk about the recommendation the way the Chief Justice don't make pan court sitting them after where the male correctional center na Pademba Road don't get one confirmed coronavirus case.
Well, these plenty other stories them then at the program for you, plus the Salon Bar Association go talk about them where don't they happen na the judiciary this BNTM and work about self day inside the program for you. Members say they listen we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by AfriCell. The program na Good Morning Salone. You can be part of one by way you can send text message to the number 0779819881. 0779819881 are the number for send a text message and be part of the program Good Morning Salone. As you heard from headline today, we talk to the Public Relations Officer for the Salone Judiciary, Moses Kamara. We go talk about the recommendation them where the Chief Justice don't make pan court sitting after we then get confirmed post corona case na the male correctional center. For that, I want to welcome Moses Kamara. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Yeah, good morning.
Continue for the with you. We they come back to you.
We will continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The first issue we'll go look at inside the program this morning, outside the focal person, Speak Up Africa for Zero Malaria campaign. Aminata Cannibal, they say, Salone still they get high number of picking and belly woman them, where they die for sake of the malaria infection, where make it say Salone infant mortality rates they go up. Madam Balde talk this for sake of the World Malaria Day celebration, will be April 25 this year. Musa Eskamara gets more and he go now report.
According to WHO, World Malaria Report 2019 shows say malaria infection rate day on the increase between 2014 to 2018, and more people die inside 2018 from malaria infection between 2014 to 2018. Malaria is a disease where parasites they cause through mosquito bites. People who can sick malaria can get high fever and other sign them where sometimes can make them die. As according to research, now about 210 million people they get malaria infection and about 440,000 people they die from the disease all over the world. We say most of them people here now small picking them from Africa for fight against the disease. Make the World Health Organization in May 2007 been declared April 25 every year as World Malaria Day. For give sabi to people about malaria, and the theme for this year na Zero Malaria Start With Me, we mean say malaria in don one dey na me hand. But wetin na malaria infection rate na Salone?
But in 2018, hold on now, we health management information system na ministry. We gather with data, we look at almost 1.7 million people have been affected with malaria, and out of that 1.7 million people and they were affected with malaria, 1,000 people have died.
That's Nawani Kumbalahai, Principal Public Health Officer na the Malaria Control Program Unit na the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, as it confirm say na over 1 million people been get infected with malaria, we say about 1,000 people die from the infection inside 2018. But this number don't they go up inside the past year them, as according to the malaria focal person for Western Area Rural, Augusta Fodi, now over 30,000 people don't get infected with malaria from January to March. Now in districts where it cover.
So for this year, January, for the district Western Area Urban, we get 14,094. Then February this year, it came down to 12,017. Then inside March, we just done before the cancer. April, it go up back by 13,374.
Malaria prevention na key aspect pan the fight against the disease. But within a Salone position pan prevention of malaria compared to other countries them na Africa. Aminata Kain Balde na the focal person Speak Up Africa Zero Malaria campaign start with me.
Oh, in the fight against malaria, we can say that we're doing good as compared to the sub-region. In comparison to some countries, still in Africa, we have work to do, I do think, and the work is in relation to prevention.
Wani Kumbalahai, Principal Health Public Officer na the Malaria Control Program, Minister of Health and Sanitation, say as part of the prevention method, then they work now with them partner them for give over 4 million mosquito nets to people them na Salone.
In a 4.6 million tents them, now we go for sure the whole country, and we don't go far. The tents them as I talk now, they're all in at the district, then they can distribute at the PHU where they wait there, so that we go for do household registration, then they go host to host, and when they go household registration, the teams then they go make sure say they go for do the sensitization for both the COVID and the malaria, how for use the tents.
With all the mosquito net campaign and free treatment for malaria, infection rates always stay above 1 million people per year. This make a turn to Aminata Kain Balde as the focal person for Speak Up Africa Zero Malaria campaign. For no waiting if not, say na the reason why Salone still lay up per malaria infection.
You know, when you give them the bed nets, if you don't pay much attention, what you will have is people will use it for farming, or they will use it, they cut it and sell it as sample. We don't take malaria as serious as it should be. It's malaria no more, and it should not be. You usually go out and see that before rainy season we have to unblock our gutters, because you know we have thrown plastic bags, we throw everything in our gutters, everything, and we create blockages that will not allow water to flow, and we have the habit of throwing, those tires, wheels, old wheels that also hold the water and harbor the mosquitoes. So it has to do with our mindsets, has to do with what you can do to stop it. So and that's how, or that's where the campaign Zero Malaria Starts With Me is very, very, very important.
Dirty na gutter and where people they throw plastic na streets, according to Aminata Kain. Now some of the reason them why Salone infection rates still they up. Where this according to them, plenty pan the pikin and belle woman them where they die now as a result of malaria infection.
Yeah, so the most vulnerable populations for malaria are pregnant women and children under 5. Really, the seriousness of malaria on those people is like, it's the number 1 killer for babies. It's also the let's say number 2 killer for as far as I know, for women, pregnant women, or women who are delivering and just dying. Because most of the time, there is the prevention. You have the prophylaxis for pregnant women that they can. It's not prophylaxis. It's Fansidar that they take during the pregnancy. But if the person doesn't know, and that's where I'm talking about, the involvement of all the stakeholders, of all the community members, so that the pregnant woman, for example, will know that they have free access to prevention of malaria during their pregnancy.
Even with the COVID-19, Zero Malaria campaign by 2030 still dey on, and Salone dey part of the fight for end malaria by 2030. We make the Zero Malaria campaign. They call on people for join the fight by way they can clean the environment, sleep under mosquito tents, and do other things them for prevent the disease. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
The program na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As we mentioned inside the program, inside the edition of the program, we talk to Moses Kamara from the Judiciary and the Public Relations Officer. They can talk about the measures them we the Chief Justice don't take as recommendations them from court sitting, and also we get now the studio Tijan Israel Jah, Public Relations Officer for the Salone Bar Association, where they can talk about the concerns them within the come out from the judiciary this BNTM. Good morning and welcome to the program, Mr. Jah.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
Okay, I come to you, Moses. Let me start with you. As yesterday we see a press release from the judiciary as a form of recommendation on court sitting because the Pademba Road prison don't get one positive case. Now, for people who they listen, we not preview to this press release. Take people them through some of the recommendations there, Mr.
Yeah, we want for let people understand say this is not the first time we, the Honorable Chief Justice, don't they respond and also they contribute towards the fight against this COVID-19. This is something like a fourth release who don't pull Nado. And one of them we acknowledge the fact say the coronavirus day and we try to sensitize litigants there, including lawyers, with judges and magistrates and judicial staff there in an internal memo. And the other thing we also do, the Honorable Chief Justice also do now for ensure we reduce what we call the court sittings then at the country, reduce the numbers then at the court sitting from the normal sitting to a specific number. And the recent one before we pull this, when we pull now for ensure we cut down some of sittings then now the country, like for instance Pademba Road, we get something like 7 court there will be the seat, we reduce them to alternative days then within the sit down and enrich to a point some court then we say no, they're not for sit down. And recently, as recent as last week, we also see the Chief Justice himself be moved and can ensure say he institute the use of face masks and social distancing in the court. So the use of face masks in be pull a notice, say public notice, say everybody where they get asked confirm results, say in don't this person, this man, this boy when at 29 years old be they now a quarantine center. So he get for escape. Whilst in escape, he and this person where he get for pay, they can meet up. So waiting this person do himself Bokulan in Kawitrana Eastern Police Station. Where in Kawitrana Eastern Police Station, then take statement. So he sleep na Eastern Police Station on the 16th. So he sleep na the cell, whether other accused persons then or suspect then they be there at the cell or not, we don't know. We know say the contact tracing team we don't get update on that, but in sleep on the 16th and the 17th, then charge and can court. Now we know say for let in common Eastern Police camp, they must don't put her inside transport with some other police there for can appear court. Where in Kana court, we put her na the holding center na Pademba Road. It appear na one of the courts then na Pademba Road. So in then at the holding center. Then after we then adjourn and we remand warrant they tell we say because this not the warrant where we always where they should we say we don't ask prison for keep certain people there. Like for instance the COVID the case 1990 tell we say this remand warrant tell we say yes on the 20th it appear before a magistrate, on the 21st it appear before a magistrate. You understand? So in very confirmed say in Kana court and we send them na prison.
So Mr. Kamara, even before yesterday where the Chief Justice been pulled this public notice and put different recommendation or measures them way the judiciary don't put in place, organization them like the Salone Bar Association, we don't call on the Salone Judiciary for do some of them things there where finally the Chief Justice don't put yesterday in this public notice. You not think say if una be don't do this particular case, confirmed case or don't this on the correctional center, enough for be don't day?
Okay, we the Bar Association call is a positive move. But we want to let people know say we not be respond or we be don't they pull press releases. You understand? Even before the bar pull a release, we be don't they pull press releases. I don't tell you now say now for press release then we don't release from the judiciary.
Talk about the press
and
release here now, Mr. Kamara.
No, I'm coming. Let me just make it clear. Then release there so then be they operate based on the prevailing circumstance where be they then, you understand. Equally, you know, if I understand, say, we get cases then, we get people them where then in a prison, where equally we feel say we for take certain measures. You understand? We reduce the number, I tell you. So anything where we don't have, we don't put press release. And for prevent then things that this way happen. Now it don't happen. Waiting with the try for say there is another release also, this release where the Honorable Chief Justice pulled yesterday, because this case was confirmed and this boy escaped. He came, they can Ola in appear court. You understand? So we get for Sidon, the prison department, represented by Mr. the deputy. We get also the police represented by the IG, was represented by Faraselu, AIG Faraselu, and we get the Chief Justice. These are some of the things that we agree on. You understand? They will say all courts in the country, be it high courts, magistrate courts, for cease operation for 1 month.
So you don't think say if we don't take that measure they before now, this confirmed positive case, we don't at the correctional center, they know for we don't happen?
It is possible, but waiting with the try for say, we know late per se, because within the process where we be they take the measures they are so. You understand? A lot of things happen within the judiciary. I will tell you, we get over 60 and more judgments then where we deliver. We get people then where appear before judges, magistrates, and where they able to get affirmative day in court. So we be closed down because of the extreme prevention. You know, as an institution, you need a lockdown one time. You they assess the situation and you lock down. And even this 1 month where the Honorable Chief Justice give, we assess the situation. In the meeting when we they discuss, people then discuss about 10 days. People then discuss about 14 days. We say no, if in come na the center on the 17th, there are people then where he get contact with on the 17th. And when he be there at the cell, where he begin complain, then take another hospital. That is the third day where he don't do day. So if we say 14 days from the day where he enter, there is tendency that the one way then go admit and the third way then go admit and at the hospital, then people then they, if anybody become infected, it not go manifest within the 14 days. So the essence of the 1 month, now for ensure say everybody within the prison where it be don't come contact with go be don't manifest.
Is it a situation that the courts not get any means for due trial without that public gathering where government be don't ban long term?
We don't maintain. In fact, the courts now one public institution we maintain extreme social distancing. Now, if you work like court number 1 and 2, we are the biggest court then, and the capacity now 200 in the take was reduced to 35. 41st, we reduce them to 35, we reduce them to 25. And we ensure that in the past 25, we are talking about including the judge, including the registrar, including the magistrate and litigant them. When you go into the cities, then they discover, say, in they pass that. And of late, we never allowed anybody for access the court without a face mask. Everybody where they access with facilities and all over the country, we they ensure, say, you get a face mask, and before you enter, you they wash your hand. That's not the precautions then where we they do. And they say not case not day. For more put them precautions and the way they say, okay, this case don't come up from court. No. But we are saying if prison when are we partners then get an issue, then it should be a concern for ensure say we collectively fight. Mind you, this case come up now a community in a quarantine home. A escape can police. Police then take a can court. Court we say prison una remand them. So we only for come together like when we do this press release and put them in the way we put them, and the Honorable Chief Justice in the wisdom say, okay, court them for stop for 1 month. For let we get signs and symptoms then where they manifest with the people and we don't come in contact with.
Okay, in your name now Moses Kamara, in the public relations officer for the judiciary of Salone. They talk about the measures them where the Chief Justice don't put in place for court sitting after we the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center be done record 1 positive corona case. The program na Good Morning Salone.
We will continue the program, and as I earlier, we get another guest at the studio. We are the public relation officer for the Salone Bar Association in name na Tijan Israel Jar. Good morning, Mr. Jar, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Good morning.
All right, from where the coronavirus Salone begin register cases, them we don't see Usana don't pull different press release system as on our own contribution towards the fight against the pandemic. The recent one now also una talk about certain measures them una suggest say the Salone judiciary for take as to how court sitting them for gone. And yesterday we see also the Chief Justice been pull a public notice also state certain measures them where the judiciary don't take one panel for suspend court sitting them for 1 month to the effective today. First of all, let we look at una own things them where una don't continue for do as a bar association for contribute to the fight.
Thank you very much. When this COVID-19 became a pandemic, Bar Association, before even we registered the first case in our salon, Bar Association was among the first organization or institution there, if not the first, for raise alarm about the issue. And among that, we give a donation of a lot of buckets, Veronica buckets, hand sanitizer, temperature machine, temperature gun or machine gun, whatever you may call it, and other equipment there to the Chief Justice of the Judiciary of Sierra Leone, so that every court will get this this bucket and this hand sanitizer, chlorine, or whatever you call them, so that we go avoid the spread of coronavirus into the country or through the court. And when we see that, we made this donation, and it was a welcome donation from the Bar Association by the Chief Justice. So the Bar Association has been in the forefront for fight this COVID-19. In addition to that, we not only tap to the distribution of them bucket and other things, we also start for engage the necessary authorities then, so that we go make sure say we necessary party then go be involved. What we will do next was that we engage the Chief Justice. We did a press release, and the release came as easy of solving this problem within the country. First of all, we call upon the Chief Justice with the concern of we membership, say, may they adjourn all civil matters then for a month. Because we will not say, as an inevitability, there will be a spread of coronavirus, either through the court system, whether from the police, whether from the prisons, or whether from litigants, whether they approach the courts. So we'll be very, very concerned about that. So since civil matters not require the attendance most times of the parties, it could be the judge and the lawyers, we advise the Chief Justice for adjourn all civil matters for at least a month. Secondly, we ask and say for criminal matters, because the Bar Association concerned about the rights of accused persons. We concern about pre-trial rights. We concern about detention rights. We concern about other things the way they happen. So we ask, say, in as much as we cannot stop court sittings for criminal matters, because as you know, every day people are committing crime. It can be minor offenses and major offenses. And some people then are prison, some people then are police station or holding centers, and some people may be sent to court. So we say, even in as much as the court therefore they operate, but whenever there is court sittings, they must make sure that they are compliant with the measure where government put in place for prevent the spread of the coronavirus. So we do that. And also in addition to that, we call on government, of course, as you are aware, that based on the instruction or the advice of some medical practitioners, including the Sierra Leone Medical Dental Association or Junior Doctors Association, say may there be a 14 days lockdown. We were concerned with the impact of the 14 days lockdown, especially the economic impact. We believe say majority of we brother and sister in our salon, they live on daily meal. They go out and make sure say they make a living for me then get the daily living. So if we say 14 days lockdown, obviously it means say it will get a greater impact on those sort of people.
Mr. Ja, among them different things there we don't make mention, say as an association on a be recommend say the government and self the one be recommend to the judiciary say therefore do. The judiciary don't do some, and one of them waiting for suspend court sitting there for a month effective today. But the same way on a be make this call through the press release on a been pulled, they're not been adhere to some of them things they on a be recommend, and now we don't hear of a positive case na the correctional center. You think say this decision where the Chief Justice don't take now for do some of them measures they are timely?
Well, yes, the decision where the Chief Justice take is timely because when we do the press release and we write a letter to the Chief Justice, we saw that several memo or directives came from the Office of the Chief Justice concerning the fight and preventive measures about this coronavirus. Yes, the Chief Justice will take several measures, including this one. But perhaps people then go ask, say, if only there were things that were properly put in place, proper measures, then perhaps we may not have been here where we are. But the problem is, we be say, just like how the president be say, it's not about when, it's not about if, but when. It was an inevitability that one way or the other, as soon as notice say the person escaped quarantine, he was arrested by the police, he came to court, the court he appeared before a magistrate, he was sent to remand. So we foresee anything then here. We will not say it is an inevitability that will happen. So these are things we really look for, we anticipate. And I make we be say all measures to curb and prevent the spread of coronavirus, whether through our clients, whether through inmates or how you call them, or whether through the police, the measures must be put in place.
So let me look at this case at hand. During the trial of this person, the Bar Association being aware, say, somebody from quarantine home, they on trial?
No, of course not. Of course not. The Bar Association was never aware. But like what we go say, we don't believe, say now, there is community infection. Obviously, so it was a matter of when it will happen through the court system.
All right.
Several times, then the people that they go to court, especially the magistrate court. The magistrate courts were overcrowded. People were going in and out all over the country. That's why we be buy the Veronica bucket, the hand sanitizers, the hand wash. We put them the court. We donate them to judiciary so that they go use them for prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
All right. Continue for day with the program. In case you just tune in, you listen to Tijan Isgalja, in a public relations officer for the Salone Bar Association. The day with the studio this morning, they talk about different press release them where the Badon police behind them as their own suggestion for help the government for fight the coronavirus. Will they take this short commercial break? Will they come and continue with the program? Good morning, Salone.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You no need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
The program you listen to na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for a Democracy 98.1 FM. If you just tune in, you can be part of the program by we can send text message to the number 0779819181. 077981981 are the number for sending a text message and be part of the program, or go on our Facebook page and drop your message. We will bring you this Tuesday edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Eskamana Minim.
And Mina Khadija Bangura.
We continue for look at more issue. We say the operation officer at the Mountain Police Division by Camara don't confirm say 2 people been die inside one water well na Samsumana Drive IMAT. By Kamara talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy, we say even they talk about how the 2 people then die na the water well. He talk more to Mangi Mansari inside this interview.
I've been there on duty this morning where the support officer tell me say receive a message when a distress call from Samsumana Drive. They put the left inside hole. Based upon that, our on board with team Goody, and as we reach, we meet a lot of people. All when they scramble, they look inside hole. I got for interview one of the man that we in the SSF involved with the name Ibrahim. I asked him how many come. He said them 3. I said who side them come out to say them come on Waterloo. I asked him he and the other 2. What did you He said the one named Junior, but I don't know his surname. The other one named Abu Kabo. And Abu Kabo, he married Junior, his small sister. So they just left there. They say they can't dig that well. They say as they come, I don't know what is yesterday or the first said them set fire on the whole.
So from waiting on our investigation, what you don't they do where this incident happened in Koluna? So what they say na the cause of the death?
Actually, according to information we got on the place, they tell me say they may set fire coal inside the hole. I think they meet truck. They set the fire yesterday, and this morning they decide to go down the hole for go crack that rock there. The process as one person go and able come up. Where they struggle, another one say, "Go assist." Instead go or not able. The next man we now within an area they now instead say, "Let's go for go rescue." Where in go, he will rescue the one person. He come with an up, but the person will almost they at a very critical stage. Then 2 all not be able to, with himself. But why go assist him be able to survive because we go to have for treatment. The one in we come with later they say die in hospital.
So as they speak, they all 2 way good done. They all 2 don't die.
Of course, that we understand. Junior with one Abus Kabo, and the 2 people in the way they say they die and that whole day, and the owner from Rokel.
The young people out and all left now the whole. So waiting on I been not talk to the person we get the compound person, the person them they do the work for.
Actually, we try for know the person. Unfortunately, don't be able to reach him. And we try for rush to them, but they could carry them with a cannot. And the other one we've been there at the critical stage for go with them. We'll come on now. The SOCO and the CID, them is supposed for go. We don't tell them go for the investigation. So and then I be supposed for the rich, but just they come from Connaught.
So then thing they are not to now. Then don't they happen? Then don't they happen over and again at this area? So which one don't they do as police?
If you can look this year, look better because this year the first one this don't happen. Last year we been getting plenty. We been getting over 5 incidents we happen. Well, because of they go to sensitize people then. When they go as the CRD, they go na radio, they go talk to people then. We self who they go out on operations. We always tell people then say anybody who want dig hole or water well, they must can report in a police station so that we be able to advise them the best way. But this one it was rather unfortunate. They do one without the consent of the police, and then make it can come out this way.
So una don't they give this advice going forward? This stuff happen. How una go further strengthen on a message for me people then stop for do what they do and may they left for actually die then kind die there.
We will continue with the sensitization. CRD will empower them more together with the operation team. Anytime we go there, educate people there. We got 2 radio stations the way they help with now, of course. So we normally go there, we go assist, go begin the sensitize people then for let them take them or whatever they want to do, let them must reach the police and then be careful. They set fire inside water well, then later then go there for go do anything. Because most of the die where they happen na that and the carbon monoxide. When they go set the fire and the work is so deep, then they don't give enough time to that carbon monoxide for let come out. The following day they go inside. Then when they go finally get for die. So they can take and say na witchcraft. But don't tell them say not to witchcraft now because of that burn with the fire when they set inside the hole. And we'll continue to tell them that now we job. Hence now we roll down there for make sure say we protect life and property.
As we already get plenty cases outside people and they die now water well then don't they cooperate to now?
Some they cooperate, as I tell you, some they cooperate, then make we get less this year. Some they cooperate. And the one we not cooperate, you see the incident will happen because you fail for consult with. Or they make sure say we bring reports with caution now. Or warn and say, for do them. Next time when they do them, then make sure say they reach with for advice. And we say we get people that will go meet with them, we give you technical advice so that they don't know what to do.
Operation officer na the mountain division by Kamadi talk to Mangi Mansari inside interview for Sika we said they confirm see two people that na water well na IMAT. The program na Good Morning Salone we come to you from the Society for a Democracy 98.1 FM. 6 after 8 now the time from we studio control clock. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
We look at more issues them inside the program and we take one per other headlines to read them. Usai partnering to Serve Humanity Consortium don't give 6,010 kilo bag rest to the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Usai 8,000 picking them 60 streets and the country go benefit from this rest. Alfred Charles, a member of the Malaria Foundation, we na partner them with the Tucci Foundation. We being come together and give this support to the ministry as well for the government school feeding program. You know, Kabia gets more and you're gonna report.
This BNTM, government may introduce the school feeding program for different school them na the country. Usai government they feed different picking them where they go government schools them. From that time to now, plenty people and organization don't they help government for CCA, government able for achieve this. In one panel organizations they am na partner to Serve Humanity Consortium. Usai then self don they give their own support to government for CCA they able feed picking them na the country. We make this BNTM partner to Serve Humanity Consortium. They don't go give rest to the Ministry of Basic and Secondary School Education. Father Peter Conte, now the Executive Director for Caritas Freetown and SEF, now the Chairman for this consortium, explain.
Today is very symbolic and timely because we will be giving out rice that is being allocated to the Ministry of Education for the purpose of complementing what government has asked, that is a big priority this time, is to support educational institutions and our children. And the coincidence is that it's coming at a time wherein there are a lot of difficulties and hardship because of the coronavirus. Organized schools are not on, but the children are still living. The children still have the need to eat and feed. And therefore, that's why I said it is timely, and God, there is divine providence in all that we do. We are making this offer from our partnership, which is Partnership of Humanity, which composed of the Shu Shift Foundation, Taiwan, and Healy Foundation in the USA, Lani Foundation and Caritas that are locally based here. We implement what they send, and we give to our beneficiary, both Caritas and Lani.
But waiting at it in them, we then go give to the Ministry of Basic and Secondary School Education, Alfred Charles, now member of the Healing International Foundation, explain.
Today, we are handing over 6,000 bags of 10 kilograms of rice to the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Our intention is to provide a total of 8,000 bags of 10 kilograms rice, which we expect to serve a total of 8,000 beneficiaries in 6 districts in the country, specifically targeting chiefdoms that are mostly in need.
Philomena Yumkela, now the Executive Director for Lania Foundation, say they will continue for support government for CC them feed picking them now the different districts them now the country.
I feel privileged to be a part of this partnership, that is the Partnership to Serve Humanity. We have been advocating and commending as well the government's initiative for the free quality education through our partnership feeding projects. Today we are here. This is evidence of what we have been doing together. I thank you all for being here, and I'm looking forward to participating and helping more with initiatives that the government will implement in Sierra Leone. They send tons and tons of rice every year to Sierra Leone. Some of the beneficiaries are Ebola survivors, mudslide victims, orphanages. We take these supplies to these institutions. So I would like to end by just thanking Sushi once more for their generous donation to our country, Sierra Leone.
We immediately received the on behalf of government. The National Coordinator for the Free Quality School Education Program, Amara Soa, say, na picking them within a 6 districts them na the country get some benefits from this race.
We told Mr. Charles that because schools had closed down and because We still wanted the children to continue learning, as the ministry had devised or come up with a platform for children to continue learning at home. We wanted them to have this food so that it will help them concentrate on listening to the radio teaching program and also stay at home, because we know a lot of children will even leave home when they are hungry to go fend a little for themselves. So we sat down to work and we told them that we have parameters that will guide the distribution of this food. Other agencies had come, similar gestures, and we had targeted certain districts. But we have certain districts that had not benefited from such gesture. In the principle of equity and fairness, we wanted to reach out to those. So the 6 districts that will be benefiting from this gesture, the 3 districts in the eastern region, Kailang, Kenem, and Kono, and 3 districts in the north and northwest of the country, Bombali, Karine. And we also needed to have certain indicators that will help us select the chiefdoms where we will go. So we decided to use the comprehensive food security and vulnerability analysis, a study that was undertaken by the World Food Programme and the Ministry of Agriculture in 2015. It's 5 years old, but it's the most recent one that we have. And we needed something, we didn't want to use our discretion, because sometimes when you use your discretion, there's a tendency to be subjective, there's a tendency to be biased, and there's a tendency to be misconstrued. So we used that indicator, and we were able to select the most vulnerable district. And of course, when we selected, the most vulnerable chiefdoms within the target district, and when we did that, we were able to select schools at random from this. Afterwards, we had an agreement with the consortium, and this agreement has been signed by the Honorable Minister himself, Dr. Gud Mornin Salone, and Peter Conte representing the consortium. And within this agreement, we had identified the district that will be going and what each beneficiary will receive. We believe that each child will receive a bag of 10 kilogram rice.
Amarasoa end up tell thank you to Partner to Serve Humanity Consortium and say then go make sure say the rights picking away for benefits from this race benefits from for Radio Democracy. You know, Kabia the report.
The program na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get with you studio guest them is Tijan Alfred Ja, Tijan Ja from the Bar Association and the Public Relations Officer, and also Moses Kamara from the Judiciary of Salone. Then therefore talk about different issues them as Moses therefore talk about the measures them we the judiciary don't put in place for sake of the one positive case we don't get now prison. Earlier before we go for a break, you been they talk about measures the owner don't put in place now. The court them, but look, we look at this when I don't in any way investigate for ascertain. Okay, we'll go for this short break, or we can continue the program. Good Morning Salone.
Better don't come, better don't come. Now Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Bank. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme there. We branch and they all up at Nasalone. Bokono Kenema, we dey. Kabala Mabogo Kakambia, we dey. Jala Freetown Lonsa, we dey. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, Nasalone for me and you. Union Salone Banko. Union Trust Bank.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and we come to one of his studio guests. Them we na Moses Kamara from the Judicial of Salone. Earlier before we go for the break, I've been they try to ask you when I don't ascertain whether this person we confirm positive get this COVID-19 from the quarantine home wey comot, or you get them from anybody around the judiciary, whether na the prison or from the people them wey dey escort them.
Waiting very clear, this person be in a quarantine home. And for the fact say in a quarantine home, now a suspect, somebody for say, they suspect and say in get the virus. But what we go assure una is the fact that when it come na the center, na they we can discover, and the second test we then do confirm say yes, he has been infected with the virus. That is the fact when we get from the Pademba Road prison. So we want to let people know that. But so in Kawitra, not inside the prison, but waiting we equally to tell people and the fact say when it come na the prison and get interaction with other people then with them within a cell together, and also when they admit her and begin show some and they complain some sickness they feel in body, when they admit her, then be admit her equally with some patient then will be then at the hospital day inside the prisons. So as a result of that, the judiciary and the correctional center and the police will be careful to take some measures then.
So I asked Mr. Ja earlier, the judiciary una be aware say this person waiting the try sooner from quarantine home come out?
No, we're not aware. We're not aware. We say this person be in a quarantine home and be for pay somebody, and in commodity try for escape, this person meets up and all and carry with the police. Even the police, now Eastern police, they're not aware. You understand? But you see, when this thing don't happen, I strongly believe, because from Mr. Faraselu, go right now the Eastern Police, I'm pretty sure the police they also they try for put in measures. We get for understand one thing: nobody, no one come in contact with somebody we infected, because we know the danger of this thing.
So now the virus the correctional center, and the Chief Justice don't put measures them as to how the judiciary is going to help for contain the virus there in Oscata na the center among other inmates them. The measures there so where the judiciary don't put. How you think say it go able for stop the chain of transmission? Where you look at the different stages them where this infected person don't go through, it don't then a cell. From there, it don't go na the medical center inside the correctional center. It don't come in contact with the well body or command the way they treat and they.
The essence of this release now for break the chain of transmission.
How
one. Remand, when you go to prison, the remand inmates then get their own section outside and day. So the one that when be the remand inmates then way with the filthy it don't mingle with. You understand? Then they pull them. The correctional center gets a center what we call.
Say or una no say.
No, we know. The correctional center gets a center we then call a reintegrational center na the special court here, and then they also call an isolation and observation unit. So the inmates then within they na that center they currently, then they transfer them na the male correctional center when a Pademba Road. You understand? Then the inmates them within they na that remand center, they carry them na this recreational center when an observation, isolation and observation center. Then waiting the happen, they fumigate the cell. That the remand center, the entire remand center, the fumigator, and when they do that, they say professional center, they last for something like 5 days. You understand? So because it interacts with the one then will be in a hospital, so all the inmates then will be admitted at the hospital, na the correctional center, then they move them go to the church. You understand? They also fumigate the hospital, even the vehicle. So after that process, they find out say the one the way they come now the correctional center, then they do test, then they observe them now this special court unit. Then they do test, then they observe them for anybody where they show say get them signs. Then they now we on parts to this. We strongly break the transmission rate. You understand? For say we come in with person or we go out with person and then they work again, because nobody need to come up from police again come na prison. So all the one that we did it, then they did it. Now the 1 month is an ample time. Then they say 14 days the symptoms then would all manifest. 21 days is enough, but the 1 month is an ample time for let we know everybody where they become infected.
So how about the correctional officer them we might don't come in contact with this particular inmate, we don't test positive in all of the things them we don't measure, say the judiciary they do for disinfect the cell, isolate some of the remand inmates that will be deal with you don't make mention of the correctional officer them we might don't come in contact with them, I don't quarantine them.
Yes, we waiting his lordship do we collate, we staff them, we possibly come in contact with them, even the police officers that we collate, but equally so I want let una know say even before this thing they reach we, once the result was confirmed, you understand, then the contact tracing team from the OIC or what, then we don't embark on contact tracing, then already don't get list, and for we the warrant so say he appear in a court and he was remanded, you understand, so it means we clerk the magistrate will appear before the police officer, the prison officer, even when we go lock and we then take and put on at the truck, the one that way in be deal with inside the truck, all has to be isolated and they get for be observe them, and rapid testing get for they do for know the status within the incubation period.
So how much people will they talk about now?
No, we no go tell. We no go tell. We not specialize on contact tracing. If una want know the case is case 19, that's what I'm saying. We not specialize on contact tracing. We cannot tell. Waiting with they say if una want know like how many people in come in contact with, there are people who specialize on that when at the contact tracing.
But now get for give information to the contact tracing.
No, we cannot tell. That is what we are saying. We cannot tell because up till now they do contact tracing. But what we can tell you within the court setting, the people in where we believe say in come in contact with, we don't collect their names them and we ensure say they get them. We get within the court setting we get about 5 people then where we feel say in come in contact with.
What about the correctional facility?
The correctional facilities, we not go be able to give that information there. That is what we are saying. Because for let you get a holistic information, you get them from the contact tracing team. They are specialized on that area.
All right, continue for the program Moses Kamara. We come now to the PRO for the Salone Bar Association, Tijan Israel Jah. Himself they with the studio this morning. They talk about some predicting them where the Bar Association done they do for helping the fight against the COVID-19. And self this being told, they see different press release them they come out from the bar. I missed the idea of the money they give to government for affect the coronavirus. So don't they see different matter them where get for do with constitutional issues them don't they come up this BNTM. We don't see also human rights activists don't write letter to the bar association we get for do with the issue of Justice Brown Mark. Although as of the last way Radio Democracy interviewed the president for the bar, he say he not see the letter yet. But don't they see different letter them? Don't they come out from legal practitioner them we get for do with that issue day? As it is now, waiting on a position as a bar association on that matter day.
All right, thank you very much. The Bar Association on 24th April 2020 published a general notice for the attention of the general membership of the Bar Association. So in that notice, we be concerned first of all with the fact say the respect, the decorum where the profession be know before, including the judiciary, don't they dwindle fast. In addition to that, we notice say justice request what the regulation is about. That is the Judges Condition of Service Regulation. I think it's 1986. What it says that the issue of leave has to be approved by the Chief Justice. When it comes to the Chief Justice and the President, they approve in leave. When it comes to other judges, the Chief Justice go approve such leave. However, how the Judicial and Legal Service Commission comes in, when issues of this nature crop up between and amongst judges, and especially in the judiciary, they are the body responsible
for advise the Chief Justice on administrative action.
Although you dey blame this particular commission now, but when you talk to other people, especially with the kind issues that